Okay, so men cannot be pregnant no matter how hard they try. Only a woman could be pregnant. Therefore, that's a woman's job, not a man's job. Also, that kind of relates and corresponds to work. If you hire somebody, you can't manage the business, fix a phone, help 3 customers at one time. That's impossible. Just like it's impossible for men to carry a baby in their stomach. We have limitations. So our limits as men is not to be holding a baby in our stomach. Our limits as humans cannot be doing 4 things or 5 things at one time. So I found a correspondence in relation to like women's pregnancies and the limitations of a person, because at the end of the day, it's all boundaries. We all have boundaries. So with your workers, they're supposed to do the things that are out of your limits and out of your boundaries, you know. And the main reason why I'm making this video was because people should be doing what they're supposed to be doing, you know. Just like a woman's supposed to be bearing a baby, your workers are supposed to work, you know. And so you might think like this: okay, Hadi, well, if you know, why are you so nice to people? Why are you so understanding to people? You know, because I want people to be nice and understanding to me, you know. So that makes me be like that to them, because that's how I want to be treated. You know, they say treat people how you want to be treated. But at the same time, if you're a boss and your worker is supposed to open the store because you're paying him and he's supposed to help customers, yes, you treat him how you want him to treat you, but you cannot be him, because you're the boss and he's the employee. So you cannot do his role and do your role. So therefore you cannot treat him as you want it to be treated in that manner. That's, of course, you treat him with respect as you wanted to be treated with respect, but you can't help a customer manage the business and do everything and then expect, hold on a second. Okay, basically what I was saying, hold on. Okay, basically it goes like this: you cannot do, well, as a boss or an employer, you know, you have to lead. So you have to show them how you want it done. You have to show them and train them and teach them. But that's your job as a leader. If you want your employee to come to work on time, okay, you got to show up to work on time. But you don't have to show up to work on time every single day if you're not supposed to. What I mean by that is open. I don't mean show up to work on time like, you know, go to your office on time. You're not supposed to go to your office on time if you're an employee and you have an office. No, you go to work on time. But what I'm saying is, if you want your employee to go to work on time, when you hire him and you train him and you show him as a leader, you show him that you show up on time. So whenever you show your employees, you show them how to do it right. But that doesn't mean that you show them and then you keep doing it right and they're doing it wrong. You know, and every day you're opening and they're coming late. That doesn't make sense. When you hire them, you show up on time. You show them, listen, this is how it needs to be done. And then they will end up showing up on time. Then you relieve yourself from that task because you delegate it to somebody else and you show them how you want it done. So, you know, but what it's good to is live the life of your employees, not the whole time, but partial, because you have an understanding, like working 9 hours a day or 10 hours a day. It's good for you to do that, not to live a life as an employee, but to experience it so you can understand, you know, because a lot of the times you may not understand what your employee is going through, and you have a misunderstanding and you don't understand their position and what they have to go through to make sense out of their actions. So when you go through what they go through, then it becomes clear, you know, clearer at least. So it's nice to live the life, put yourself in their shoes, literally, you know, maybe once a week, once a month, however it is, or maybe do a week working, you know, 9 hours a day at the store, just to feel them, you know, feel them. And I think that's fair. That's fair.